Listen to me carefully. Right now, you believe she's gone forever. You believe she's moved on, found someone better, erased you from her memory like you never existed. You believe she's out there living her best life while you're here, sitting in the wreckage, wondering what went wrong. I'm here to tell you something that's going to shift everything you think you know. She's coming back. Not maybe, not possibly. She will return to you, and when she does, I need you to understand exactly why. Because the reason has nothing to do with love and everything to do with a psychological reality that nobody talks about. Women always come back to the man who didn't chase, not because they're manipulative, not because they're playing games, but because something happens in her mind when you refuse to crumble, when you disappear into your purpose instead of drowning in her absence. Something shifts in her psychology that she can't control, can't rationalize, can't outrun no matter how many new men she entertains. Your silence becomes a splinter she can't remove. Right now, in these early days, she feels free. She's drowning in new attention, new DMs, new faces telling her she's beautiful. Every notification is a hit of dopamine. Every new man is proof that she made the right choice, that options were always available, that you were just one of many. That's the illusion phase, and it feels real to her. But illusions have expiration dates. The shine always fades. The new attention stops being exciting and starts feeling hollow. The men who seemed so interesting reveal themselves to be exactly what they are, distractions without depth. And somewhere in the quiet moments between the noise, a thought starts forming that she desperately tries to suppress. She starts thinking about you. Not constantly at first, just flickers. A song that reminds her of a moment you shared, a place you used to go together, a joke only you would understand. These aren't nostalgia. These are the first cracks in the wall she built to convince herself she was better off without you. And those cracks will only grow wider with time. Here's the psychological reality that changes everything once you understand it. When you didn't chase her after she left, you did something that broke her entire expectation of how this was supposed to go. She expected you to fall apart. She expected the desperate texts at midnight, the long voicemails explaining your feelings, the attempts to show up and change her mind. Every woman who leaves expects this, not because she's cruel, but because this is what men do. This is the pattern she's witnessed her entire life. Men collapse when the woman walks away. But you didn't. You went silent. You disappeared into whatever you were building before she became the center of your world. You stopped watching her stories. You stopped liking her posts. You removed yourself from her digital peripheral vision so completely that she started wondering if you ever cared at all. That question, did he even care, is the beginning of her unraveling, because she needs to believe she mattered. Her ego demands confirmation that leaving you had consequences, that your world is darker without her in it, that you're somewhere right now wishing she would come back. But your silence offers her nothing. No confirmation, no closure, no indication of what's happening in your mind, and that emptiness starts eating at her in ways she won't admit to anyone. She'll frame it as curiosity. She'll tell herself she just wants to know how you're doing, that it's natural to wonder about someone you spent time with. But what she's really feeling is the slow creep of something much more uncomfortable, the possibility that she miscalculated, the fear that maybe, just maybe, you're the one who moved on while she's still processing. That reversal of power is psychologically devastating for her, because in her mind, she was supposed to be the one who was fine. She was supposed to be the one thriving while you struggled to recover. But your silence suggests the opposite, and she has no way to verify what's actually happening. All she has is the void where your attention used to be. That void will haunt her more than any words ever could. Let me tell you what's actually happening inside her mind right now, the parts she'll never say out loud. In her quiet moments, when the distractions stop working and the noise dies down, she replays things. Not the fights, not the reasons she left, but the moments that felt like home. The way you made her feel safe without even trying. The conversations that went deeper than surface level. The stability she didn't appreciate because she confused it with boredom. The peace she mistook for lack of passion. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. That's the lie you're probably telling yourself right now, and I need you to release it completely. She left because she didn't recognize what she had until it was gone. Society programmed her to believe that love should feel like chaos. Movies taught her that romance means dramatic arguments followed by passionate reconciliation. Social media showed her curated highlight reels of relationships that seemed more exciting than the quiet comfort you provided. So she chased the chaos. She wanted the emotional roller coaster. She thought the absence of drama meant the absence of passion. But here's what she's learning now. Chaos is exhausting. Drama loses its appeal when it never stops. The men who give her butterflies through unpredictability also give her anxiety through instability. And slowly, she's starting to realize that what she called boring was actually something most women never find. It was peace. It was safety. It was a man grounded enough to not play games. She traded a foundation for a fantasy, and fantasies always dissolve when they meet reality. Now let me show you what happens in the weeks and months that follow, because there's a predictable timeline to her return. The first phase is freedom. She's high on possibilities, convinced she made the right choice. This phase feels real to her, so don't be fooled by what you see on social media. Those happy posts, those nights out, those pictures with new people, they're part of the performance. She's proving to herself, and to you if you're watching, that life is better now. Don't watch. Let her perform for an empty theater. The second phase is comparison. This is where it starts to crack. The new men reveal their flaws. The excitement fades into reality. She begins unconsciously measuring every new connection against what she had with you, and they all come up short, not because you were perfect, but because what you had was real. Real can't be replicated. It can only be recognized once it's gone. The third phase is curiosity. She starts checking your profile, not daily at first, but more often than she'd ever admit. She's looking for signs that you're struggling, signs that you're thriving, signs of anything that helps her make sense of the silence. When she sees you doing well, it hits differently than she expected. Part of her is relieved you're okay, but a larger part feels something she wasn't prepared for. The sinking realization that you didn't need her to be okay, that you're building something without her, that your life moved forward while she assumed it would pause. The fourth phase is regret. Not the kind she'll verbalize, but the kind she feels in her chest when she's alone at night. It's the what if that plays on repeat. What if she stayed? What if she worked through it? What if the grass wasn't greener and she just burned down her own garden? The fifth phase is contact, and it always comes. Always. When she reaches out, and she will, this is exactly what it will look like. It won't be dramatic. It won't be a confession of regret or a tearful apology. That's not how women operate when their ego is still intact. It will be casual, carefully casual, so casual that it gives her plausible deniability if you don't respond the way she hopes. A reaction to your story, something simple, maybe an emoji or a short comment on something you posted. Low risk for her, but it's not random. It's a test. She's checking if the door is still open. A text about something mundane, asking about a mutual friend, referencing an inside joke, mentioning something that reminded her of you. She'll frame it as innocent, almost accidental, but every word was calculated before she hit send. A "hey, how have you been?" message, the classic. It seems surface level, but it's loaded with subtext. What she's really asking is, do you still think about me? Have you moved on? Is there still a chance? You'll recognize it the moment it happens, not because of what she says, but because of the energy behind it, the softness that wasn't there before, the patience she never showed when she had you, the sudden interest in your life that evaporated the moment she walked away. She's not reaching out because she had a revelation about your worth. She's reaching out because she's starting to feel the weight of your absence, and she wants to know if she can still access what she gave up. That's the critical distinction you need to understand. Her return is not a compliment. It's a test. She's not coming back because she loves you. She's coming back because she loves how she felt when she was with you. The stability, the attention, the masculine presence that grounded her chaos. She misses what you provided, not necessarily who you are. And if you let her back in without understanding this, you'll find yourself in the same situation 6 months from now, wondering why nothing changed. Here's what you need to do when that message arrives, and why most men get this completely wrong. Most men, when the woman who broke them reaches out, feel a flood of validation. Finally, they think, she realizes what she lost, she's coming back, I can have her again. And they respond immediately. They match her energy, or worse, they exceed it. They show her that the door was always open, that they were waiting, that nothing she did was unforgivable. They welcome her back like she's doing them a favor by returning. This is the worst possible response. Not because you should be cruel, not because you need to play games or punish her for leaving, but because when you respond from that wounded, eager place, you confirm everything she suspected, that you were waiting for her, that you didn't evolve, that she still has the power she had before. And if she has that power, the same dynamic that drove her away will eventually resurface. When she reaches out, you have a choice. You can respond from your old self, the version that needed her validation, that saw her as the prize, that would compromise his standards to keep her close. Or you can respond from who you've become, the man who used her absence as fuel, who built something meaningful in the silence, who no longer needs her to feel complete. The second man doesn't chase the conversation forward. He doesn't over-explain or pour his feelings out. He responds with warmth but without hunger. He's kind but not eager, present but not desperate. He shows her, through his energy alone, that everything has changed. He's no longer the man she left. He's the man she regrets leaving, and that distinction will be felt in every word he types, every response he gives, every moment of silence he lets sit between messages. She'll sense it immediately, that the access she once had no longer exists, that the version of him she could predict and control has been replaced by someone she doesn't quite recognize. That's when the real panic sets in. Let me tell you what's really at stake here, because this is about something much bigger than her. This moment, when she returns, is not actually about her, it's about you. It's about whether you've genuinely transformed or whether you've just been waiting for her to come back so you could feel okay again. It's about whether your evolution was real or just a performance while she was watching. Because here's the truth, most men never reach. The goal was never to get her back. The goal was to become a man who no longer needs her back. When you started working out, building your career, investing in yourself, if you were doing that just to make her regret leaving, you missed the entire point. That's still giving her power over your life. That's still making her the center of your universe, just from a different angle. The real transformation happens when you realize that her return changes nothing about your path. When you understand that her regret doesn't validate your worth. You were worthy before she saw it, and you're worthy whether she ever sees it or not. That's when you graduate from needing her to recognizing her. You can recognize what she meant to you without needing her to mean that again. You can appreciate the lessons without repeating the class. You can wish her well without welcoming her back into a space she proved she didn't deserve. She helped burn down a version of your life. And what you've built from those ashes is too valuable to risk on someone who already showed you how she handles what she's given. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. Bitterness holds on. Clarity lets go. Bitterness needs her to suffer. Clarity doesn't need anything from her at all. And when you reach that place, when her message arrives and you genuinely feel nothing but peace, that's when you know the transformation was real. That's when you know you didn't just survive what she did to you. You transcended it. She's not coming back to a wounded man waiting for rescue. She's coming back to a man who rescued himself and no longer needs what she's offering. That's the ending she never saw coming. She thought she was the prize you'd spend your life trying to win back. She assumed her absence would be a hole you could never fill. She believed on some level that she was irreplaceable, but you replaced her with something better, yourself. You replaced the need for her validation with genuine self-worth. You replaced the hope she'd return with the peace of moving forward. You replaced the man who orbited her chaos with a man who became his own center of gravity. And now, when she looks at you, she sees something that terrifies her. A man who is completely fine without her. A man who isn't angry, isn't bitter, isn't waiting. A man who has genuinely, irrevocably moved on in every way that matters. That's the revenge she never anticipated. Not cruelty, not coldness, but indifference. True, peaceful, earned indifference. She can date whoever she wants. She can post whatever she wants. She can live whatever life she chooses. And none of it moves you. Because you've discovered something she helped you find. You were the prize all along. So when that message comes, and it will, let it sit. Let her feel the silence that she taught you to master. Let her wonder what you're doing, who you're with, whether you even saw her reach out. And if you choose to respond, respond from completion, not from lack. Respond as the man who has already won, not the man still trying to get back in the game. Respond with the calm energy of someone who has nothing to prove and nothing to lose. She wanted you to chase. You became still. She wanted you to break. You became unbreakable. She wanted to be the ending of your story. You made her just a chapter, and now she has to live with the knowledge that the man she left behind became the man she can never have again. Not because you hate her, but because you outgrew the version of yourself that needed her. That's not cruelty, that's evolution, and she's going to feel the weight of that evolution every single time she sees you thriving, every single time she hears your name, every single time she lies in bed at night and wonders what would have happened if she had just recognized what she had. Let her wonder. Your only job now is to keep building, keep evolving. Keep becoming the man you were always capable of being, the man she accidentally helped you become by walking away. Her return is not your reward. Her regret is not your closure. Your peace is your reward. Your growth is your closure. And if she spends the rest of her life chasing the ghost of what she let go, that's her burden to carry, not yours. You've already won. Now live like it.